Have you ever felt like you're standing at a crossroads, holding on to a relationship or friendship simply because it's comfortable and familiar, even though deep down you sense it's holding you back from truly thriving? It's hard to accept, but sometimes those closest to us, the ones we've shared laughter, tears, and countless memories with, aren't meant to stay with us forever. This realization can be quite jarring, can it? However, the ancient wisdom of Stoicism offers a transformative perspective on our modern challenges. The Stoics, with their deep understanding of human nature and the pursuit of a fulfilling life, teach us that personal growth often involves making difficult choices about who we let into our inner circle. It's not about cutting people off with cold indifference. It's about intentionally curating our lives and choosing relationships that uplift, inspire, and challenge us to become our best selves. If you find yourself at that crossroads, feeling the weight of a decision that could change your path, know that you are not alone. Today, we delve into the essence of Stoic wisdom to uncover the signs that it's time to release certain ties with love, creating space for new growth, deeper connections, and a life aligned with your highest virtues. Stay with me as we embark on this journey together, guided by the timeless teachings of Stoicism. Are you ready to discover the freedom and peace that come from choosing your relationships with wisdom and courage? As we navigate this path, I encourage you to subscribe, share this video with someone who might benefit from this message, and remember to like and watch every part without skipping, because each moment of this exploration could be the one that changes your life. Number 1. Lack of personal growth from the relationship. When a relationship hinders your growth, it's a clear warning sign. Think about it. Have you ever felt stuck, unable to move forward because someone close to you isn't supporting you, or worse, is actively holding you back? It's a tough situation, isn't it? Seneca emphasized the power of personal growth and self-improvement. He believed that to live a meaningful life, we must continually evolve, learn, and push our limits. So, if you're in a relationship, be it with a friend, family member, or partner, and you feel like you're unable to grow, Seneca would likely point out that it's a warning sign you shouldn't ignore. This doesn't mean every relationship must push you to your limits or break world records, but those who care about you should want to see you flourish. They should be your cheerleaders and support system, not anchors dragging you down with what if and if only. It's important to have an honest conversation with yourself. Ask yourself, why am I holding on to this relationship? Is it out of habit, fear, or loyalty? These are tough questions, but necessary ones, because true connections, those truly worth your time and heart, should lift you up. They should make you feel capable of being more today than you were yesterday. Stoicism teaches us the value of surrounding ourselves with people who positively contribute to our lives. It's not about having a lot of friends or being popular. It's about creating a circle that enriches your life, encourages your growth, and aligns with your values. So, if you find yourself in a relationship that feels more like quicksand than a launching pad, it may be time to reconsider its place in your life. Remember, wanting to grow isn't selfish, it's human. Sometimes, growth means letting go of those who hold us back, not with bitterness, but with gratitude for the lessons learned and the strength gained from knowing when to say goodbye. Reflect on your relationships and consider whether they are bridges to your best self or barriers to your growth. And remember, the journey of self-improvement is never a solo venture. We need the right companions to truly make the journey worthwhile. Number 2, constantly navigating negative emotions. We've all experienced the feeling of being swept up in a storm of negative emotions within a relationship. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where it feels like drama is the main dish and support isn't even an option? It's exhausting, isn't it? Marcus Aurelius offered some profound insights on managing our emotions. He famously stated that we have control over our minds, not external events, and recognizing this is where our true power lies. This perspective is transformative when applied to relationships dominated by jealousy, anger, or other negative emotions. Consider this. If your relationship feels more like a battlefield than a sanctuary, it's a clear signal that something needs to change. While these emotions are part of the human experience, they shouldn't form the foundation or defining traits of any lasting, peaceful relationship. I'm not suggesting we should aim to never feel anger or jealousy. That would be like trying to live without breathing. But Marcus Aurelius teaches us that we are in control of how we react to these emotions. If jealousy arises because a friend appears to be advancing in life while you feel stuck, or if anger surfaces whenever someone undermines you, remember that your reaction is within your control. You can choose not to let these emotions dictate the dynamics of your relationship. So, what does this look like in practice? It begins with awareness. Recognizing when you're experiencing these emotions and asking yourself why you feel this way. What can you learn from it? How can you respond in a way that aligns with the person you aspire to be? These are challenging questions, but they are essential. Sometimes the healthiest response is to create distance or make a change. This isn't about running away from problems, but acknowledging that if a relationship primarily drags you into negative spirals instead of lifting you up, it might be time to reassess. This doesn't mean you've failed or that the other person is a villain in your story. It's simply an acknowledgement that not every relationship is meant to last through every phase of our lives, and that's okay. The Stoics emphasized living in harmony with nature, and sometimes that means growing apart. So, if you find yourself frequently battling negative emotions in any of your relationships, take a moment to reflect on Marcus Aurelius's wisdom. Remember, you have control over your mind, your reactions, and ultimately the choice to surround yourself with relationships that foster positive, supportive energies. In such environments, we can truly thrive, grow, and find peace. Let's not allow drama to define our relationships. Instead, let's cultivate connections based on mutual respect, understanding, and genuine support. Because at the end of the day, these are the relationships that endure and bring out the best in us. Number 3, manipulation and control. Let's address an essential but complex issue: the influence of manipulation and control within our relationships. In any relationship, feeling like you're more of a puppet than a partner is a major warning sign. It's high time we discuss autonomy, freedom, and the wise advice of Epictetus, who famously said, "No one is free who is not master of himself." Reflect on that for a moment. According to Epictetus, true freedom originates from within, from being in charge of our actions, decisions, and ultimately our lives. What does it mean for us when we find ourselves in relationships where we're not the ones making decisions, where our desires and thoughts seem to be controlled by someone else? This clearly signals that something is amiss. Manipulation and control can manifest in various ways. It might be subtle, like frequent suggestions steering you away from your passions, or more direct, like outright demands dictating who you should be or what you should do. These traits are not indicative of a healthy relationship. Genuine connections, the ones worth our time and emotional investment, are built on mutual respect and freedom. Stoicism emphasizes the significance of autonomy, being the captain of your own ship, so to speak. If you're in a relationship where you constantly second-guess your choices or feel like your wings are clipped, it's important to ask why. Why remain in a situation that stifles your freedom and prevents you from being the author of your own life story? Here's the thing. Ending a relationship with someone who manipulates or controls you isn't about being harsh or unkind. It's about respecting your worth, your autonomy, and your right to lead a life true to yourself. It's about embracing Epictetus's wisdom and reclaiming your freedom. The freedom to make your own choices, to grow, and to live a life that aligns with your values. Making the decision to leave such relationships can be incredibly difficult. It might mean letting go of the familiar, or even someone you care about deeply. But remember, Stoicism isn't about taking the easy path. It's about taking the right path. Sometimes, the right path leads us away from harm and towards a more authentic, fulfilling life. True relationships, the ones that truly enrich our lives, respect our individuality and freedom. They encourage us to explore, to question, to grow. They don't try to mold us into something we're not or dictate how we should live. So, if you feel like someone's pulling your strings, take a moment to ponder Epictetus's words. No one is truly free who isn't master of himself. Consider if it's time to cut those strings and embrace the freedom to be authentically you. It's a worthwhile journey, a step towards a life where you're in control, surrounded by relationships that uplift and respect your autonomy and freedom. Let's cherish and seek out those connections that empower us, that allow us to be the masters of our own lives. Because ultimately, that's what true friendship and love should do. Set us free, not hold us back. Number 4. Interactions deplete your energy and leave you feeling exhausted. When a relationship begins to do more harm than good, what occurs? Spending time with someone who leaves you feeling drained rather than energized, stressed rather than supported, feels like navigating a minefield. It's evident that something is amiss. Healthy connections, the ones we all deserve and should aim for, are meant to bring us joy, enrich our lives, and provide support through life's highs and lows. They shouldn't add stress or cause us to question our value. The Stoics emphasized living in harmony with nature, including our own nature, and striving for a life of virtue and tranquility. They stressed the importance of maintaining relationships that align with these principles. If a relationship pulls you away from inner peace and inhibits personal growth, it's worth considering Stoic guidance. They'd likely advise stepping back and objectively assessing the situation. Does the relationship contribute to your well-being and personal growth, or does it drain your energy and leave you feeling worse? If it's the latter, it may be time to question its value. Stoicism teaches us to prioritize self-awareness and make tough decisions that align with our well-being and virtues. It's about recognizing what's truly beneficial in the long run, even if it means distancing ourselves from harmful relationships. Not every rough patch signifies toxicity or warrants ending a relationship. However, consistent negativity due to someone's presence suggests a need for change. Healthy relationships face challenges, but ultimately provide support, love, and growth. If you resonate with this message, take a moment to reflect. Communication is essential. Perhaps it's time for an honest conversation about your feelings. If things remain unchanged, prioritizing your peace and well-being is acceptable. Stoics remind us to nurture healthy relationships and let go of harmful ones. Let's commit to cultivating connections that enrich our lives rather than complicate them. Ultimately, we all deserve relationships that bring joy, growth, and tranquility. Facing challenges and making tough decisions allows us to grow stronger and align with our true selves, the Stoic way. Embracing what serves us and letting go of what doesn't. Number 5. Lack of mutual respect. Mutual respect is crucial for any healthy relationship. It forms the foundation upon which trust, love, and genuine understanding can flourish. Without respect, there's little to build upon. It's akin to constructing a house on sand, destined to collapse eventually. The Stoics, known for their emphasis on virtuous living, highlighted the significance of self-respect and respect for others. They advocated for acknowledging the inherent worth and dignity of every individual and treating others accordingly. Thus, being in a relationship where one isn't accorded the dignity they deserve should raise serious concerns. It's not merely feeling undervalued. It's recognizing a violation of one's fundamental humanity. Complex as it may be, relationships require clarity and rational assessment. The Stoic philosophy encourages introspection. Are we true to ourselves if we remain in situations devoid of respect? Are we upholding our inherent worth and the virtues we aspire to embody? If not, it's time for a thorough reevaluation. Taking action doesn't necessarily mean abrupt severance, but rather asserting one's self-value and making decisions in line with it. This could involve establishing clearer boundaries, engaging in honest conversations about feelings, or, in extreme cases, accepting the need for closure. Demanding respect isn't selfish. It's about upholding the dignity that each person inherently possesses. Living with integrity means ensuring that our relationships reflect the respect and virtue we uphold in our own lives. Thus, grappling with a lack of mutual respect prompts introspection on its implications for personal well-being. It prompts consideration of how to address the issue while honoring one's dignity and values. Ultimately, everyone deserves relationships where respect and consideration are mutual, where each person's worth is acknowledged and celebrated. Cultivating such connections isn't just about survival. It's about thriving, reflecting the essence of living a life grounded in Stoic wisdom and virtue. Number 6. Feeling tethered to illusions rather than reality. Stoicism, at its core, revolves around acceptance, acknowledging the reality of our lives, relationships, and the world as they truly are, not as we wish them to be. The Stoics, with their practical and down-to-earth approach to life, emphasize the strength and freedom found in clear-sightedness, devoid of the illusions often provided by rose-colored glasses. What implications does this have for our relationships? It requires a candid assessment. Are our relationships based on reality, or are we clutching onto fantasies? Are we turning a blind eye to warning signs, brushing over issues, or constructing an idealized image of someone that doesn't match reality? Such illusions ultimately harm both ourselves and our partners. Being ensnared by illusions in a relationship can resemble being trapped in a mirage. From a distance, everything appears flawless, yet up close, it lacks substance and truth. This isn't to disregard hope and aspirations in relationships. They are essential. However, there's a fine line between healthy aspirations and losing ourselves in fantasies that hinder genuine connection. Following the Stoic philosophy entails confronting these illusions head-on, summoning the courage to acknowledge and embrace the truth of our relationships, even when it's uncomfortable. It's a challenging task, demanding honesty and vulnerability. Yet, there's immense power in truth. It serves as the bedrock of genuine, meaningful relationships. Embracing reality over illusion can be transformative, requiring us to face the truth about our relationships. While it may be painful to realize that a relationship isn't what we thought or that our partner isn't who we hoped they would be, it's a crucial step towards personal growth and emotional freedom. It paves the way for authentic relationships, where love is given and received for who we truly are, not for the illusions we've constructed. So, if we feel tethered to illusions, it's essential to pause and reflect. What aspects of our relationships are genuine, and where have we embellished or imagined? How does this alignment, or lack thereof, with reality impact our happiness and well-being? Stoicism isn't about resignation or pessimism. It's about finding contentment by aligning ourselves with the truth. Let's challenge ourselves to view our relationships through the lens of Stoic acceptance, embracing the truth, no matter how difficult, and thereby opening ourselves to authentic, fulfilling connections that enrich our lives in profound ways. For it is in the clarity of truth that we discover the path to genuine happiness and love. Number 7. Constantly compromising your values. Our values are non-negotiable. They are the guiding principles, the moral compass of our lives. But what happens when a relationship challenges these fundamental values, urging us to compromise? Stoicism offers profound insights into this dilemma. According to the Stoics, sacrificing our core values for the sake of a relationship is an exorbitant cost, one we should never entertain. Why? Because our values define us. They shape our identity, dictate our choices, and govern our interactions with the world. Surrendering them means losing a part of ourselves, a loss no relationship is worth. Being in a relationship that demands compromises on our values might seem inconsequential initially, but over time, these concessions accumulate, eroding our sense of self and the principles we hold dear. This isn't merely about making sacrifices, which are normal in any healthy relationship. It's about betraying the essence of who we are. The Stoics, epitomized by Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca, emphasize the importance of integrity and virtue in leading a meaningful life. They advocate for staying true to oneself, regardless of external pressures. So, if a relationship challenges your values, it's imperative to pause and reflect. Is this relationship conducive to your growth and well-being, or does it stifle you, compelling you to compromise your authenticity? Though navigating such situations can be daunting, the Stoic practice of self-reflection and rational analysis can serve as a valuable ally. By evaluating the relationship through the lens of your values, you can make decisions that honor both yourself and the person you aspire to be. Remember, walking away from a relationship that undermines your values isn't a failure. It's an act of self-respect, affirming your worth and refusing to settle for anything less than genuine, enriching connections. Let's embrace the Stoic virtues of integrity and virtue, ensuring that our relationships resonate with our values. For it is our steadfast adherence to these values that defines us, sustains us through life's challenges, and leads us to genuine fulfillment. So, hold your values dear, never compromise on them, and pave the way for relationships that truly enrich your life. Number 8. Absence of reciprocity. Reciprocity, the balance of give and take among individuals, is crucial for fostering mutual support in relationships where both parties contribute equally. However, what occurs when this equilibrium falters? Finding oneself in a lopsided relationship, consistently offering support but receiving little in return, is a common scenario, far from ideal. Reciprocity isn't merely a nicety. It's essential for maintaining relationship health and longevity. Consider this. A relationship with a perpetual giver and receiver is inherently imbalanced, leading to feelings of resentment and exhaustion for the giver and fostering dependency or entitlement in the receiver. Such an inequity undermines the essence of a healthy relationship. Drawing from Stoic philosophy, which emphasizes mutual support without sacrificing one's own well-being, the ideal relationship is one of harmony and mutual respect. So, if stuck in a one-sided dynamic, reflecting on Stoic principles of balance and mutual respect is worthwhile. Are you respecting yourself by perpetuating this imbalance? Are you respecting the other by enabling their stagnation? Addressing this imbalance need not entail ending the relationship. Instead, it presents an opportunity for mutual growth. Effective communication, expressing needs, setting boundaries, and discussing ways to restore balance is key. It's about encouraging the other to contribute emotionally and spiritually, not just materially. Healthy relationships evolve over time, requiring effort, compromise, and adaptability, yet reciprocity should always form their foundation. Each person deserves to feel valued, heard, and supported. This mutual support fosters trust and deepens connections, creating an environment where both individuals can thrive. Seeking balance isn't selfish, it's essential. It's about ensuring you receive the support, love, and respect you deserve, thus building sustainable and enriching relationships for both parties. Let's aim for relationships where reciprocity is the norm, embodying Stoic ideals of balance and mutual respect, and fostering connections that uplift and support everyone involved. Ultimately, meaningful relationships are found in the give and take of life. Number 9. Presence of abuse. Discussing a challenging but crucial topic, it's essential to address abuse in all its forms: physical, emotional, verbal, or psychological. Stoicism, a philosophy deeply rooted in principles like dignity, self-respect, and the value of humanity, firmly condemns any form of abuse. Such behavior not only violates Stoic principles of self-respect and respect for others, but also undermines the trust and safety crucial for healthy relationships. Stoicism emphasizes recognizing our inherent worth and upholding our dignity and self-respect. These aren't merely abstract ideals but practical principles guiding our actions, especially during adversity. When facing situations where these principles are violated, Stoicism encourages action, not driven by revenge or anger, but by respect for our well-being and intrinsic value. Abuse diminishes dignity and self-respect, aiming to control and instill fear, contradicting Stoic values. Stoic response is clear. Seeking help and leaving abusive relationships isn't just important but necessary, aligning with Stoic ideals of virtuous and dignified living, starting with oneself. Leaving an abusive relationship is a daunting decision, requiring courage, strength, and often support. Seeking wisdom from those who've faced similar challenges or professionals is crucial, acknowledging that seeking help isn't a sign of weakness but strength and self-worth affirmation. Stoicism advocates not only leaving abusive situations, but also emphasizes healing and reclaiming dignity and self-respect. While we can't control others' actions, we control our responses and moving forward. Healing from abuse mirrors Stoic principles, reclaiming inner control and realigning life with values. If facing abuse, know it's not your fault and you're not alone. Seeking help, relying on support, and leaving such situations reflect the highest self-respect. It's a step towards prioritizing dignity, self-respect, and well-being, guided by Stoic values. Let's remember the importance of valuing ourselves, respecting inherent worth, and decisively removing ourselves from harm's way. Let's commit to a life free from abuse, abundant in virtue and meaning, following Stoic principles. Number 10. Failure in communication. Failed communication presents a challenging obstacle. What occurs when communication falters within a relationship, when efforts to resolve issues lead nowhere? The quest for common ground becomes daunting, and achieving mutual understanding appears distant. This isn't merely a minor setback. It's a significant indicator of deeper issues requiring attention. Stoicism, with its enduring wisdom, offers guidance in such situations. Effective communication stands as vital to any flourishing relationship. It serves as the means through which we articulate our needs, exchange thoughts, and forge meaningful connections. Without it, we navigate our relationships blindly, often misinterpreting the thoughts and feelings of others. The Stoics grasped the importance of clear, sincere communication. They advocated for it in both their lives and teachings, stressing the significance of listening, comprehending, and responding with wisdom and empathy. So, how do we address communication breakdowns? Initially, it's essential to acknowledge that failed communication often indicates underlying issues. Whether it's a lack of trust, unresolved resentments, or differing communication styles, Stoicism advises approaching the problem with a clear mind and an open heart. It prompts introspection, urging us to assess our role in the breakdown and to aim for clarity and honesty in our interactions. Marcus Aurelius, a proponent of reason and logic in navigating life's challenges, would likely recommend applying these principles to communication dilemmas. This entails taking a step back, minimizing emotional influence, and objectively analyzing the situation. Where is communication faltering? Why? What measures can be taken to enhance it? Improving communication necessitates effort from all parties involved. It involves creating a safe environment where everyone feels valued and heard, actively listening to understand rather than merely waiting to respond. It means expressing oneself clearly and respectfully, devoid of accusations or assumptions. And perhaps most crucially, it requires patience and perseverance, even when progress seems elusive. Stoicism also underscores the importance of empathy and compassion in communication. Recognizing that everyone grapples with their own struggles and insecurities, it advises approaching conversations with understanding. Failed communication need not signify the end of a relationship. Rather, it can present an opportunity for growth. It allows for deeper insight into each other, the development of improved communication skills, and the cultivation of a stronger bond. So, when faced with communication challenges, reflect on Stoic principles of clarity, honesty, and empathy. Utilize these as a guide to navigate through difficulties. Remember, the aim isn't merely to increase dialogue, but to enhance communication. In effective communication lies the true essence of connection and understanding, the very pillars upon which meaningful relationships are constructed. Number 11. Constantly feeling unsettled. Imagine a relationship that, instead of offering peace and comfort, constantly disrupts your inner calm, leaving you unsettled. It's challenging when connections meant to enrich our lives end up robbing us of peace. This signals a need to reflect on the relationship's role in our lives. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy valuing tranquility, teaches us to maintain inner calm amidst life's challenges, including relationships. So, when a relationship disturbs our peace, Stoicism prompts us to objectively assess the situation. We must ask, what causes this disturbance? Is it the other person's behavior, unresolved conflicts, or our own reactions and expectations? Once we identify the disturbance's source, we consider possible changes. Can communication resolve issues? Do we need to establish or reinforce boundaries? Stoicism doesn't advocate passive acceptance, but encourages action where we can make a positive difference. If, despite efforts, the relationship remains turbulent, we may need to reconsider its place in our lives. This isn't about giving up easily, but recognizing misalignment with our values and pursuit of tranquility. Distancing from such relationships requires courage and honesty for our well-being. Stoicism aims not to eliminate discomfort, but to develop resilience in facing challenges calmly. Our relationships should support tranquility, offering strength, growth, and joy, not constant unrest. So, if a relationship consistently disturbs, it's a chance to practice Stoic wisdom. Let's surround ourselves with those who contribute to our peace. This honors both Stoic teachings and our journey towards fulfillment. Our life's quality depends on relationships, balancing truth, respect, and enrichment without compromising peace. Today, as we bid farewell, I trust you'll take along the Stoic principles we've delved into together. May they serve as a guiding light through both the trials and triumphs of your relationships. Keep in mind that the pursuit of tranquility, virtue, and wisdom is a collective journey we embark upon, step by step, decision by decision, relationship by relationship. I invite you to explore the suggested video, which delves deeper into Stoic practices that can transform your life, offering insights and strategies for intentional living and joy. If this discussion resonates with you and ignites curiosity or recognition in your heart, I encourage you to like and share this video with your friends. Let's spread the wisdom of Stoicism, empowering others to recognize their worth and pursue happiness with courage and conviction. Thank you for joining Stoic Sage Wisdom today.